that I'm in, 2 channels were lit up with memes the entire day. It was like, one of them was happy memes that made us really fun, and the other one was fuck colonizer memes and
Yes.
just like shitting on the crap.
That's how it should be. That's how it should always be.
It's fucking amazing. Felt like Christmas.
It was like Christmas for the Irish, for the Scots, for any, like, I think it's like literally all but 55 countries, known and recognized countries in the world right now. Just like, woo, it's Christmas, yeah!
I looked it up because I was like, you know what, like, I'm super goddamn white. The likelihood that the countries that I'm from have been invaded by the British, oh, they all have been.
I know, right? You're just like,
just like,
yeah, I'm like from like the southern British Isles and Ireland and Scotland, so I'm like, cool. That's it. We're done.
Okay. I had to quickly do all the social media shenaniderps.
You change your mic setup, Brandon?
Yes, I got tired of it being entirely in front of my face and my monitors, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw it up here. And it's worked kind of well.
Brandon didn't want to deep throat it anymore.
Yeah, no. I was like, well, it was even worse because, like, you know, I had it right here, and I had it all, like, bounced and everything. But, like, also, I had nowhere to go to cough where it didn't just, like, explode. So I was like, all right, we're gonna move it out of the way. And so, it's kind of working. I need to tweak it a little bit more, but...
It's like you're going all, like, pro podcaster with the mic arm and...
Well, originally I did have it right here, and I was, like, in front of the camera, and I was like, I'm not that white. Like, like, I know I want to make a podcast, but, like, we're gonna step away.
With Armenians.
Oh my god.
Fuck it, we won't do it on Facebook. Who goes on Facebook
so,
anymore?
Like, hard right that people were like, why are they talking about Macedonians? What the fuck?
You see, the government doesn't want you to know. Actually, where is that soundbite? Because I love that one. Is it this one? There we go. I love that one.
One of my favorites.
Liberal media doesn't want you to know the sun is full. It's even better because that clip comes from us playing Monster Hunter, fighting Anjanath, and we're just like, what the fuck is this dinosaur breathing fire on us? And then we go into that bullshit as one of our people is getting, like, grabbed and thrown across the fucking map. Just like, full send the yeet.
That's wild.
I love it. Fantastic. It's a 10 out of 10. Alright, so let's do a quick, not filler episode. What's the other weird catch-up episode? There we go. We're gonna do a quick one. Recap, yeah. So, thank you all for joining us. For those of you who missed last session, our fantastic adventurers here were able to conquer the cave, get back, become official parts of the guild. We're all still recovering from COVID. Not all of us, but most of us are recovering from COVID, so... fuck you, Tori. How about that? But, so, we were introduced into one of the homebrew aspects of the campaign, and all of our adventurers were able to kind of, like, go around and actually have free time and spend that free time and do shit in their free time. And then we met 3 new NPCs that are kind of giving our current adventurers their job. And those are Sir Thermopolis Johnson IV, which is not a reference until Tori was making lemon references. We met Sir Thermopolis Johnson IV. He is the current Baron of Phaeton Mu. His family has been voted in charge for 4 generations now. He is well, as his followers have put it, he's a few arrows short of a full quiver. And as we interact with him more, you'll kind of see why. We were met by his trusted butler, who has been serving his family for many, many years. Anthony M. Knightley. And then we also met the guard captain who is in charge of the town guard, Torvis Dundee, who is has been employed by the Theronthos family for most of his life. He is a hulking lizard folk who understands the importance of what he does, and he is a very kind soul who cares about his master. So those were the 3 NPCs that we got introduced to. They gave our adventurers here the job to investigate the nearby city zoo, which is devoid of life, after a very strange occurrence this morning. So that's kind of where we are. So before we begin, my lovely players, do you have any questions? Nope. All right, cool. We'll hop right into this once I make sure that everything is going well. Okay. The stupid fucking cop. Like, recovering from COVID already sucks, but fire season this late in the year is not cool. Alright, so you 4 board the carriage arranged for you outside of the Baron's office, and it whisks you away through the city of Darfur. The city streets are lined with buildings of all types: shops, homes, libraries, restaurants, the occasional smithy or training center. Torvid sits alongside you, still as a stone, and sensing the awkwardness, he sighs. Normally, we city guard are able to handle situations like this. A single demon should be no problem, but the Baron's son insisted we reach out to the guild for help. He's a boy of great magical aptitude and sensed something was off, and unfortunately that sent our dear Baron into a panic. But anyways, I cannot thank you all enough for responding so quickly. He sighs and leans back into his seat a little bit. Once we arrive, we'll meet my second in command, and we'll get an update from him. So you all should have received a map from your zoo to your ATSTs as well, and that's the map that I threw in Discord earlier this morning. So, after a short bit, the carriage arrives at the zoo in question. And you all step out of the carriage and are greeted by a few of the guard. One in particular is standing out. Torrid walks towards the guard in question and nods. The large beastman salutes and turns to you 4. Greetings, I'm Lieutenant Ollie Winsdale, second in command of the City Guard and primary reconnaissance for this mission. I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have before we give you our current status.
Maybe we should start with the status and see if we have any questions after that.
All right, that works for me. So as far as we currently know, it is only a single daemon that is free in the zoo grounds. There's no sign of any animals in either the environmental cage or the free roam areas. Not even birds sitting near the food stalls. The daemon has been roaming around the grounds all morning, and you will likely be able to find it in one of the 3 major areas. We ask that you exterminate the daemon, and if possible, find out what happened to all the animals that are housed in the zoos.
And those 3 major areas are?
So you have the common area, which is the center here. You also have, to the right, you have the diverse... sorry, I had an actual name for it. We'll start with this. So, center is the common area. That's where the... amphitheater. I could not remember the goddamn word for amphitheater. That's where the amphitheater is located. To our left, we have the savannah area, where you have when we had animals, that's where our plains animals were located. And then to the right is more of our diverse biomes area. So you'll have a wider variety of animals and environments to there, and that's the side to the right.
Are there any animals
At the
here
top.
that are as dangerous as the demons? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry, repeat yourself. We'll go Aaron and then Spoopy.
Are any of the animals here as dangerous as the daemon?
Possibly. Well, if the animals were alive, but we've searched all of the habitats and exhibits, and not a single animal is actually there. So we have our wide array of like gorillas, bears, boars, you name it, we had it. As long as it fit the environment. We're not going to take a polar bear and put it in the savannah. That's just cruel and stupid. And then Spoopy, you were saying?
And the structure at the top corner.
Oh, the structure in the top corner there? That was a break room of sorts for the employees. They could go back there, relax on their off shifts. Kind of like a small storage area.
Is that where the employees were when all of this started happening?
No, actually. There's no overnight employees. We do have security guards that usually roam the outside of the grounds, but they reported nothing strange happening. So it's likely that if the demon, or rather where the daemon came from, was possibly inside, but we would have no idea how that would transpire. You know, there's no signs of breaking an entry from any of the areas, be it the front gate or any of the fencing on the outside.
So just a quick question, this might be stupid, but if all the animals are already dead, couldn't we just let the demon have this?
Well, that's the problem, is that demons of this sort get more powerful the more they devour. So if we don't deal with this problem now, you know, you might have in our terms, your Stay Puft Marshmallow Man turns to the size of the fucking, you know, Statue of Liberty. Kind of want to avoid that, probably.
Right. You live around here, then?
Ollie's like, no, I live a couple blocks away, you know. But Beastman, you know, he's an excitable boy. We'll call Ollie that. Some might even say a good boy.
On rare occasion.
on rare occasion, I've been called. Yeah, exactly. But
So, are we gonna search for this monster altogether, or should we do it Scooby-Doo style?
just come running if you hear yells.
I have an idea.
You have an idea. Well, while you do that, we're actually
Idea.
going to teach everyone here, because not only is this a tabletop stream, this is a learn to play along with everyone here. Mostly me. So one thing that I actually haven't really introduced, because it's kind of it's a very simple but complicated system. So if you ever played tabletops before, there's usually like a hero point or an action point or, you know, descriptor point system here. So every session you all start with one. And what it is in Pathfinder, it's literally called the hero point. I reward them to you guys for doing cool things. So if you like, you know, just fucking 6 crits in a row and I think you're using loaded die, like I might throw one at you just to appease your weird like chaos demon on the inside. If you do something creative and interesting, if you surprise me, stuff like that, I'll reward you with a hero point. And what a hero point does is, if you roll and you're like, this roll fucking sucks, you can full stop, spend your hero point, and re-roll. There's a couple other things it can do, but that's like the real big one. It gives you a get out of jail free card. However, that second roll, if it's worse, you do have to stay with that one. You can't just be like, nope, mulligan, we're going back to the first one. No, that is unfortunately not what happens. So every session, even if you spend it, every session you'll get a new one. So if you're watching during the stream, that'll be every stream. If you're watching on YouTube, that'll be every 2 episodes. So if you are sitting there watching and you're like, why didn't they use the hero point? It's probably because you're on an even number episode and I don't know, you just didn't listen to the DM. But give me 2 seconds to look up everything else the hero points do. Because I believe there's one other thing that might actually be good. And this is kind of a system that they took from 4th edition D&D and then changed it, making it slightly less broken. Because in 4th edition D&D, you just got another turn. They're just like, hey, I just, you know, want another turn. Oh, I have 3 action points? I'm going to use all 3. We're ending this boss fight real quick. Why is there no appendix? There is an appendix. Why is there no index? There we go.
Gonna make an appendix joke, but guess we
Unfortunately, I
had to
still
remove
have
it.
mine. It's waiting until I'm not paying attention to kill me, probably. Stupid
Sounds
organs.
like a very appendixy thing to do.
Right? You're just like, I'm having a good time, we're doing good things, and then it's gonna explode and kill you when you least expect it.
Can't kill you if you kill it first.
Exactly.
There you go. Does everybody still have their appendix here?
I do, unfortunately. Like I said, I'm just waiting for it to try and kill me someday.
How do you know it's unfortunate though? What if it does do something we just don't know yet?
But we know what it does. It's kind of useless.
It might make Star Trek happen.
Yeah.
What if that's the case?
How do you explain Captain Kirk?
Oh my lord.
How do you explain
And why
Captain
does he
Kirk?
always take his shirt off every episode? Nobody knows.
Tori, goddammit. Alright, here we go. So, we'll just read this real quick. Your heroic deeds earn you hero points, which grant you good fortune, or let you recover from the brink of death. Oh, never mind. So that second thing actually is kind of important. Glad I'm reading it. Unlike most aspects of your character, which persist over a long term, hero points last only for a single session. The GM, that's me, is in charge of awarding hero points. Usually, each character gets 1 hero point at the start of the session, which again, that's the rule that we're going to be using is every session you get 1. Everybody gets 1. You can only have a maximum of 3 hero points, and you lose any remaining hero points at the end of the session. So, use it or lose it. You can spend your hero points in one of 2 ways. Neither of these is an action, and you can spend hero points even if you aren't able to act. You can spend a hero point on behalf of your familiar or your animal companion, which I don't think any of us actually have to worry about that here. You can spend 1 hero point to re-roll a check. You must use the second result. This is a fortune effect, which means that you can't use more than 1 hero point on a check. And if you spend all of your hero points with a minimum of 1, you can avoid certain death. You can do this when your dying condition would increase. You lose the dying condition entirely and stabilize with 0 hit points. If you don't gain the wounded condition or increase its value from losing... Oh, sorry. You don't gain, not if you. You don't gain the wounded condition or increase its value from losing the dying condition in this way. But if you already had that condition, you don't lose it or decrease its value. And then basically anything I deem heroic, I throw a point at you all. But really, it's just if you do something interesting and weird. Yes, Riley.
You can use it on Czech, right?
Yes.
Can you use it on Slovak?
You're just gonna put me in check right off the bat? I'm gonna eat my tiny taco and ignore that.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Joke about Czech Republic, Slovakia.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Czech, Slovak.
See, I was
like,
I don't got a lot to work with my heritage, you know, so it's like, that's all I got.
you know what, we accept those little sillies. But yeah, so that's an important thing. Again, lets you guys not only re-roll your a roll, which is really nice. It is a good way to be like, I'm worried about losing this death roll and getting the wounded status or whatever, and you just pop right back up. Well, you stabilize, you don't pop right back up. But, there's a couple other smaller systems that we should go over eventually, and we will, as they kind of become more relevant. Right now, there hasn't been a whole lot of them, thankfully, but as we go forward with combats and things like that, I wanted to kind of like introduce that. But I also didn't want to throw that to you on the very first like session where everyone's still learning and you're like, oh fuck, what do I do with this thing? Don't worry about it. It's there. It's always going to be there. So on and so forth. So that being said, are we ready to go on, or are there any more questions to be had? Alrighty.
So I have a thought.
You have a thought. Hit me with it. Hit me with your
Talking to the
your
group.
best thought.
I was talking to the party.
All right. Well, fine. Fuck me.
Hit me with it.
I can make it sound as if there is an animal 30 feet away from me. Potentially, we could just trap the thing. Bait and trap.
Bait and trap? Is that like bait and switch, but different?
I'll come in there and throw something at you.
Don't, that's rude. We're on stream.
Is the sound that you can make, is it going to be loud enough to catch most of the zoo?
It's going to be as loud as 4 of us shouting very loud.
Yes, probably.
Right?
And I
Just trying
can
to figure
do
out if we
this
define it
fairly.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well,
like...
I can do this fairly. I can do this as needed, so if it doesn't work in one area, we can try it in another, but we could potentially have a formation, bait it, and trap it. The only problem is I can only go up to about 30 feet, so we'll need to trap it fairly quickly.
Well, trap it, kill it. I mean, they want it dead. It's a demon. Like,
Yes, but I don't want to die.
that's fair.
So, maybe we put Valindra in like a fur coat. And then
Hey
shove
now.
him in-
Or, okay,
Put them in a
okay.
cage
The
and
other
make them
option
win.
is
Bearfucker, do you need
There's-
assistance?
there's no need to do that. I'm immediately gonna shift into my fox form.
Well, you want to be the live bait. Okay.
In my head, I just imagine this tiny fox, like, walking around and then just making the sound of an elephant because it's loud as fuck. Just,
Like tiger or something, but yeah.
either way, just this tiny little thing, you're like, oh, you're so cute. Oh, Jesus Christ. It'd be good. It'd be good. All right, so, as you stand in front of you, stands the entrance to the zoo. My own terrible grammar is already tripping me up. This is going to be great. So in front of you stands the entrance to the zoo. The gate is closed tight to hold whatever might be plaguing it inside, but as you approach, 2 of the city guards salute and open the gate for you. Before you stretches the zoo ground, normally packed with people. The grounds now stand in an almost supernatural stillness and silence, as if the very wind itself has gone missing. So before you stands the common area. It's one of the ones that was mentioned. There are food stalls to your left and to your forward right. I unfortunately didn't have any of those assets because I wanted to populate this, but I have to go buy some apparently. Dotting the various enclosures are signs. To your immediate right, there's a small man-made mountain. And you can see the path kind of goes into like a dark cave. To your left, you can already see some of the enclosures. The savannah is to your forward left, to the left of the amphitheater. And to your immediate left, it's more like a wetland style enclosure. There are cages surrounding the entire enclosures to kind of keep the animals in. The amphitheater is kind of downhill, so where you're standing, you can see like the top of the stage, but you can't see any of the seating or anything. And to your left, the wetlands style environment also kind of does the same. It dips down. So the paths are raised, all the enclosures are pushed down. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, there's the man-made mountain to your right, or cave, I guess. So, which way do you all want to go, or what do you want to do?
Have any of you ever, fought one of these things before, or do we know any general information?
A demon?
I'm just gonna shake my head.
Oh, remember, you did actually have that roll last week. Do you want me to kind of re-go over what you remembered from your religious studies?
Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
wrote it all down.
Oh, did you?
Oh, I should have also mentioned, you have the anal retentive note taker right here. Well, actually, on stream it's over here, but she is right down here. She has, like, fucking complete notes, like, college
I have
rule
a Google
style.
Drive.
Yeah, no, so if anyone needs to know anything, odds are ask her, not me, because I won't remember. She'll have, like, 20-point single-line font notes of it. Our table used to make fun of her, and then she'd be like, yes, but at this point, he said this, or they said this, and this, and you all are thinking this, which means you're wrong and I'm right, and I'm like, unfortunately she is, because I can't remember half this shit, and I'm the one who writes it. Okay, so from your religion roll last session, there we go. You kind of remember what the Cacodaemon are. In your memory, you kind of just envision a flying meatball with teeth. Like that's what you picture. You're like, I think I remember seeing it in some scriptures. And like it doesn't look anything more than just like a tiny flying meatball with teeth that kind of screams at you. But you do remember, however, that these are the harvester demons. That they're the embodiments of demented violence and spite are spawned from the eddies of anger and warped souls amid Abaddon's mist, which is one of the greater daemons in hell. Cacodaemons constantly hunger for any mortal soul that they can get, and they yearn to create suffering. So as gnashing spheres of teeth, fins, and spines, they are the weakest of the demons. However, they have the possibility of powering up to become some of the strongest. Their amalgam of various petty forms and death without the strength that comes from focusing on a single cause of demise. So they just kind of wander around, eat, do whatever they want. They don't really have a focus, but they're good for causing mayhem and devouring souls. And that's that of course is
Nothing really that'll help us decide like what type of location we want to be in.
no, because they're
Left or right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like at this point, either A, like trying to lure it out with Spoopy's idea, or searching around is probably going to be your best bets.
Well, I think trying to lure it out is probably our best bet. So
All right, Spoopy, go ahead and explain your plan then.
live bait activate.
Get a box with a little like,
gonna, like-
stick and string. Just stick the fox under it. Like, all right, here we go. We're gonna get this.
I'm just gonna trot forward to about here,
Okay.
and then I'm still in my form, so and then I'm just going to cast Ghost Sound. 30 feet. It's okay. So it's somatic and verbal. Can I be in my form when I do this, or do I need to?
Let me double check the
'Cause this is-
specifics of the spell. You said it was ghost voice, correct?
It's Ghost Sound, and it's somatic or verbal. But since I'm in my fox form, I don't know if I can cast it in my form.
I don't know. What does the fox say? Sorry, I might be too old for that one.
Should have known. I should have known.
I've never seen
Very
it.
intelligible words or intricate sounds, but it's equal to normal human shouting, so I can definitely make it sound like an animal.
But at the same time, I do love the idea of you just walking out there and being like, shit, what do? I can't make sounds.
I mean,
I know the alphabet.
there's no specification if I can actually like speak in this form.
Okay, so somatic or verbal. You can create an auditory illusion of simple sounds that has a maximum volume equal to 4 normal humans shouting. Sound emanates from a square you designate within range. You can't create intelligible words or other intricate sounds such as music. I'll allow it.
Because me, okay, cool. Then I will cast.
Cool. So it literally will just sound like the 4 of you making random animal noises, like volume-wise.
Well, the volume, yeah, but I can make it sound like a tiger.
Yes, as long as it is
Right. Yeah.
Intelligible, so it's a sound, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a sound. So like I'm just gonna like yip a few times and then cast Ghost Sound 30 feet away. So we'll cast it right about here, like dead center.
So like right around here. Actually, can people actually see? I don't have it capturing my mouse.
I can't.
Where is the ping
can't
function?
see. I'm just gonna.
I think if you shift
Right
click,
here.
control click,
Right here is where I would cast it.
All right. So the green penis is where you cast it.
That's not what I meant to do.
Yep, sure.
Erase it.
No, you've already sullied my map.
Damn it.
I actually don't remember how to erase it.
I'm fixing it.
I'm not so sure about that.
But that's where I came. That's where I
Alright.
came.
So a very loud sound emanates from that area, and you kind of wait.
Tiger.
Yes, a very loud tiger sound emanates from that. The sound echoes out, and y'all kind of just wait there for a little bit, and nothing really happens.
Just look back at them. Look forward.
Maybe it prefers
trap-
dog meat.
Like trotting my way like this way.
Wow, it's really long now.
I know, right?
God damn it! I don't know how to erase it.
Alright. So, sound has been made. Nothing really has happened from it. Don't delete Ember. Nope. Do I really have to delete these individually? This sucks.
Oh no.
Welcome
It
to
doesn't
MS
even
Paint.
help.
No, it doesn't.
Can't just select as a group.
Ah. No, because there was a token there. It was trying to select that and the token.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, after the sound emanates from there, the stillness returns, and nothing like... You don't like hear any like shifting sounds or anything like that. It's literally just like the quiet has returned, and that like eerie emptiness of the area around you is back. I need like the Jeopardy theme as like a fucking soundbite.
I have that if you want.
You could also just make a decision. That would also help.
Should we try other?
I'm literally walking to like a destination.
Yeah, so explain it. Talk
Likely.
it.
Otherwise,
tell your
I'm-
team what you're doing. Don't split the party.
I'm literally a fox wandering around waiting for like direction.
All right, well, you have not quite a fox sound, but we'll take it. So yes, I would suggest like, reconvene, talk about what you're doing, try your plan again or something. No, just aimlessly wander around. It's not a shopping mall,
I'm just gonna like do figure eights between your legs, just cause.
Can I
Like
just do like
figure it out.
a perception check of this like front main area to see like animal bones or anything like that. in
Yeah,
the area?
go ahead and roll a perception check.
I understand there will be tracks because it flies, but
Yes. So where you're stand actually, like, go ahead and make your perception check. Perception 9. Okay. So you do notice that there is a sign next to you right here. God damn it. What's the ping button? Is it shift click?
I found that just holding it was like just holding the clip.
Oh, there we go. So to your right here, there's a sign. Right here, there's a sign. And right here, there's a sign. You notice that this area over here is kind of like covered in some light woods. So there's like trees and everything. To your immediate front here, it's more like a... I would almost say like... Alaskan wilderness style feel. So you've got like very different trees from this enclosure here. There's like a small creek that like runs through it, and it's very like rocky, as well as like, there's a bunch of trees and everything. This is more like exotic style trees. So 3 signs. You have 2 different enclosures that you could go, well, 3 different enclosures that you could go to.
Do the signs just
Question.
note the different areas?
You could always read them. Also, answer for you. What's up?
Could I potentially infer like what kind of area would be most comfortable for the daemon considering where it's from?
Well, since that's from hell, you would probably assume either very, very cold or very,
Yeah.
very hot. At the same time, these are not intelligent creatures. Like, these ones are literally just, like,
Oh,
flying mouths
okay.
and stomachs.
Well, like, would it go towards where it's most comfortable since the
It'd probably go towards its next meal.
Okay.
Just yell out, Hello, Mr. Demon. Got a tasty fox for ya.
Again, you can also read the
Just gonna look
signs. You
up,
can go
like-
like exploring and.
No. Those sounds are detrimental to our cause.
I'm just gonna like run my hands over them and say, I think it's some sort of words.
It's when we find out that our cleric is illiterate.
Alright, what
What are these strange hieroglyphs? Okay. So the the sign immediately in front of you says tundra environment, home to bears, bobcats, and wolves. Okay. The one up here, if you go and read it, reads rainforest environment, home to various primates and birds. And then the one here is subterranean environment, home to underdark dwellers.
Gotta look at
The one directly in front of us is Tundra.
What was that?
Sorry, I think I spoke over somebody.
No, I was tippy tapping.
The one directly in front of us is Tundra.
Yes, so tundra is right here, rainforest is right here, and subterranean is right here.
All in favor of subterranean?
I mean, y'all have experience in it. All right. So go ahead
Let's
and
go dive.
Yeah, go cave spelunking. Move your character tokens towards there. So as you enter the subterranean environment, it opens up on the inside. As Ember just walks through it like, fuck this, I ain't doing this shit.
No, I'm kidding.
And towards the back of the cave, you spot your meatball. I eventually actually have to find a sprite for it. But the Cacodaemon there is just kind of sitting in the back of the cave, staring at you with a very blank expression on its face, almost like a cow chewing cud, if you've ever seen that. So just the like,
How big is this thing?
it's about the size of a basketball.
Okay.
Like I'm bigger than it.
Yeah, it's tiny.
This.
Like it is legit a small boy. So it's just kind of like floating there, staring at you, not really doing anything. As you approach it, though, it in what could only be described as coughing up a hairball, spits out 3 crystals. Those crystals, as they each shatter the ground, they actually form into kind of a ethereal-looking.
Oh, not some ethereal looking crap.
Yeah, some ethereal looking shit.
The Dutchman's treasure.
Let me load this up real quick. Do that. So, in front of you now stand 3. Well, not stand. They're flying. 3 incredibly irritated swarms of bats that look at you and see nothing more than their next meal. So, just recap. Floating basketball. You know, hairball spits up these 3 crystals. They hit the ground, shatter. From the crystals form these 3 monsters. And y'all can roll initiative. Oh, I actually
Okay.
need... That's definitely not what you're fighting. There we go.
No valid token was selected. What?
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Wow.
For what, you or?
You wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Oh, because I don't have the turn tracker yet. There we go. Turn order.
Gotcha.
Well then.
Ba-ba-ba-doo. So let's see. Add turn there. $17 for that one. Add turn. 15 for that one. My dear Spoopy, what did you get?
16.
Add turn for that one. 16. Needs to go like this. Boop. Nope, come on. There we go. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn. Okay. Ba-da-boop-a-doo.
McDonald's, is that you?
You know what? I could go for some chicken nuggies right now. Chicken nuggies are always a solid choice.
I don't know. Spicy nuggets are better.
Yeah, but that would make me have to go to Wendy's. Okay.
McDonald's had them. I don't know if they still do.
I don't think they do.
Okay, well, they did recently-ish.
Okay, so this is our turn order. So Ember, Vampire Bat, Valindra, Hana, Bat,
The
Raga.
vampires.
What the fuck?
Well, they're actually swarms of bats, but yes. So Ember.
Is the meatball not participating?
No, the meatball's there. It just, again, it's kind of just sitting there chewing cud.
Gotcha.
But
The meatball's an environmental hazard.
it kind of is an environmental hazard. So Ember, it is your turn first. So
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna smack this one.
you're gonna smack that one.
Gonna smack it, yeah.
All right.
If that's an acceptable action to take.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
You've got a bonk stick. You are always free to do the bonking.
That's great. I really appreciate you saying that. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it on the sheet. There we go. I did it.
And bonk you did. All right. So, you just kind of like cleave your greatsword through the entire swarm. Not really aiming at a single one, more of just like through it. And you definitely catch a lot of that swarm immediately in the face. There are still some bats left in it, of course. But you have culled quite a bit of their numbers. Next action, because you got one left.
I'm gonna do it again.
You're going back for that last one.
Just walk forward. Whack! Whack! Very, very Diablo-esque.
Let's see.
gosh.
So that one will
Yep.
be -5. And yep, nope. You are easily able to finish off the swarm. And just kind of backhanding your greatsword into them. They are no more.
I wasn't using it as blade. I was using it as
Yeah, you're just like baseball swinging it. You're like, there's a bunch of them. You know what? This seems like the appropriate idea, and it was. It worked out for you.
It worked out well.
Oh man. Okay, so this one is going to fly in between the two of you, and then it is going to swarm. Boop. That's going to hit, right? Yes, that is going to hit. Oh, sorry, I forgot. The swarm actually does this, so it doesn't move in between you two. It literally moves on top of you. Nope. That one doesn't. Okay, so the first one hits. So the second swarm, the second swarm kind of flies around you after seeing the first one. They kind of just peck and nibble at you. So you only take 2 damage. And then make me a reflex save. Alright, so you're able to kind of like dodge enough that like they more just like scratch you and you don't get any like big wounds or anything. But you do take 2 damage. Valindra, it is now your turn.
It's me.
Why did this get removed from the...
How far is it? It is 60. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, you are well within range.
they're 5 feet each, right? Or is it 10?
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was just mathing things out. Um, I'm gonna go and shoot at the one that's in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And hope for the best here.
So 19 will hit. I believe you're doing piercing damage.
Sure.
Yes. Well, you're using an arrow, so. Alright. So you line up your shot. You fucking let loose your arrow. It hits a couple of them. The swarm is still doing pretty good, though. It doesn't look like you did a substantial amount of damage to the swarm, but you definitely took a couple out of it.
I go for number 2 as well, then.
Go for it. Okay, so give me 1 second. Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo. Boop. I wrote my notes down wrong. I gotta correct these real quick. Alright, so your second shot doesn't have as much luck as the first one. Arrow just kind of sails on through them, not hitting a single one. But also, I forgot, we got a special redeem.
Oh. Nice. No.
All right, Tori, what is your last action of your turn?
Good try again.
All righty.
No,
Definitely.
basically the exact same. Okay.
Yep. Third arrow, much like the second one, just sails on through. Doesn't really hit any of them. Hana, you're up, my dear.
First action to switch back to my human form.
Okay.
Withdraw. And see. Where is the meatball?
Make a perception check.
Like what square?
Make a perception check for me. This will be a free action. Not gonna take your action.
If I can mass, that'd be great. 13.
So you do not see the meatball.
Good. All right. I'm just gonna shoot around into the swarm in the back then.
This one here? Okay, go for it.
22.
22 definitely hits. Give me some damage.
Oh great. 1d4 plus 1 is 2.
2 damage? Alright. Your bullet definitely hits something in the swarm. Yeah, it definitely connects to something, but there's no discernible difference in the number of bats. So.
Okay. And then for third action, we're gonna foxfire at the swarm. Basically, one of my unarmed attacks.
Yep. So it'll be I can't remember what the proficiency is. I think for you it's melee damage.
Yeah, it's an unarmed attack for me. What's my but
So
what do I need to take off this?
It'll be strength plus whatever proficiencies you have for touch.
No, but since it's my second attack, what do I need to check?
Oh no, it's a spell. Yeah.
Cool. Well then that's a 16.
That'll hit.
All right,
That'll do,
and then
That'll do.
that'll do. 1d4.
Have I shown you Shrek in
This is
Hunt
gonna
Showdown
be-
yet? Anyways, sorry.
It's gonna be
Yes.
electric. And that is 4 damage for electricity damage.
Alright, that one definitely you can tell has much more of an effect on this swarm. A few of them are definitely a little more crispy and unmoving than what they were before. So the swarm in the back is not at fighting strength. It's hurting. And I believe that would actually mean that, yes, this swarm is going. So the few bats that remain are going to fly straight at you. They're going to make 2 attempts. The first one hits, and the second one hits as well. So Hana, you're going to take... go ahead and take 4 damage, and then make me a reflex roll.
Six, 7 is 13.
Okay. So unfortunately, you didn't have the luck that Ember had, and you weren't able to kind of like react and swat them away before they were really able to latch on. So you will have a 1 persistent bleed damage for next round. So 4 damage. Your next turn, you'll take 1 at the start, and then go from there. Raga, it is now your turn, my dear.
Sure. Do we know if these bats are considered evil?
They are not.
How about chaotic?
No. They are neutral as neutral can go.
Okay, I was worried that that would be the case. In which case, I cannot protect anything.
Nope.
Um,
They are running on
Okay.
instinct and fear.
So instead, what I'll do is I'm gonna reach over and I'll tap the tip of Hana's gun, and a little white reticule will show up, and we'll put guidance on it.
Ah, shit.
Ooh.
That's a... If I remember correctly, that's what? +2 to her attack rolls, or +1?
I think it's just +1. It's a cantrip.
Ooh.
So 1 minute or until discharge, you get a +1 competence bonus on an attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
Awesome. Okay.
And then I will, I guess, take a swing at the bats flying around her head.
Correctamundo.
Put me in the head, please.
I'm just seeing payback.
I'm just
for
like,
last time.
where's... Nope, wrong one.
Nice.
There we go. That's the sound you're just gonna hear, is just bonk.
Weapon attack display. Sorry, I'm trying to remember which one I need to click here. Is it this one?
It should just be like you click on the attack itself, or like the weapon itself.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's a little thing under attack that says like T +4, like plus my bonus, but I wasn't sure.
Hmm. All right,
Took a
so
second to load it.
Okay. So I'm assuming a 9's probably not gonna hit.
no, you definitely didn't want to give Hana the good old bonkening. So you kind of, you're a little more apprehensive than you normally would be swinging around. So you kind of, you definitely miss, but thankfully you also don't clobber Hana right in the skull.
Taking a perception check to look for the Cacodaemon.
Yes.
Is that a third action?
No, that'll be a free one.
Okay. So 24.
Nice.
You just got to catch up with your perception rolls. So yeah, as you kind of like take that last swing, you're like, wait a second, and you look around, and there is not a in front of you. The only thing that you can see is the 2 bat swarms around your compatriots. The Cacodaemon is definitely nowhere to be seen.
I'll just say like, "Fuck, the bloody demon got away." And it seems like you have this handled. I'm gonna go walk to the mouth of the cave and just look out there for the demon.
All right. So on the left hand side or right hand side, so that tunnel actually just goes like straight through.
Opens up.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess this side.
This side over here.
Right here.
Oh, that side. So as you exit the cave, you kind of see the like meatball just kind of going up towards the north, going towards the jungle area up there.
Yeah, I'll just shout back. It's going this way.
Alrighty, and is that going to be the... Well, that would be a movement, so yeah, that'd be the end of the turn,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
means
that's my turn.
Ember. It has come back round to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep beating off the swarm that has been trying to attack me.
That's impressive. There's a lot of things to beat off there.
Right?
Oh.
2 hands.
I am going to attack the screen in the sky and force my character's consciousness outside of the game to strike against you, the very essence of your own being. How about that one? Try that on.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. All right, go ahead and give me your attack rolls.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's gonna be a 14 and 25 on attack.
So your first one doesn't connect. Your second one definitely does. And that entire swarm goes down. So you just kind of like swing wildly, and your second one just connects and hits enough of the swarm that the rest of it scatters away. All right. So you got one more action to go.
I'll hit the swarm that's attacking me. I'm gonna attack the other swarm.
Alrighty. It is within reach.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
That one definitely does not. So again, kind of being a little more cautious, you take a swing at Hana's head, and just doesn't connect with either the bat or Hana, thankfully. Which brings us back to our captain of good ideas, Tori. It is your turn.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, Angelina Jolie. What does it mean?
I don't know. I guess we're about to find out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, there you go. Nope, that connects, and that brings that last bat
Oh
down.
god.
You're like, this time I really do have it, and everyone's just kind of like, "Eee."
That's silly me.
So your
Arrow
arrow,
wins by head.
your arrow flies true. The last bat swarm dies. And now that there's definitely significantly less action going on, you can see that as the bats die, they don't leave a body. They more of dissipate into like a mist. But that being said, everyone go ahead and add 45 experience to your character sheets. And yes, Raga, of course, gave you all the update that your meatball is flying to the north. Oh, nope, definitely don't do that. I was clicked on the wrong thing. Move the bat swarm off, delete, and
Do I still need to take that damage? Bleed?
yes, you'll take 1 damage and that's it. Your bleed status will go away.
I guess we're gonna follow the meatball to the north then.
Yep. Ugh. So, yeah. So upwards, this northern path here is kind of where you last saw it. So,
This way.
Felindra, where the fuck are you going? You're just like, I'm a strong, independent elf woman. I don't need no...
What? It circles around. This way we can't get flanked.
True.
Oh, smart.
So as you walk around
He
the jungle encampment, or enclosure, not encampment, on this side here, there's actually a railing with a stairway down. So if you want to move your characters to this side here. I realize that, again, there's no mouse
How high
on
of
it.
a jump is it?
It goes down quite a ways. It's like, again, like all these enclosures are like, the pathways are up here, and then they definitely slope down. And then there's a railing around the enclosure as a whole. So this one, like, as you're walking up the northern path there where you are, there's definitely mostly trees that you can like kind of see through. But where everyone else is, there's the actual like observation post where like it's hanging up above there. There's, like a railing in front of you with another pedestal that you can read. And you can see down into the enclosure much better than most of the other places.
Could I try and get down into there from here?
There's like netting in front of you, so you could try and like
Oh.
wiggle your way through.
I mean, I could shift and try.
You could. You could also just join your companions and, you know.
I was thinking about the flanking on it.
You could shift and we could
Idea.
toss you over.
Yeah, I just like
I
fucking
was trying to flank
yeet,
it.
yeet the fox.
I'll tell the elf.
So yes, from where you were, the trees were too dense. You couldn't like get a good sight inside. If you wanted to, you could roll perception and try and like actually see if anything catches your eyes.
Sure.
Of course, everyone else is
No.
free. Okay, yeah, you
No.
you definitely do not see the forest for the trees. You're just like, that is some dense ass woods.
Get a little nostalgic. Remember
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, you're just like,
lost in thought.
is there country roads for like the Appalachians? 'Cause that's most what I would think. Or the Olympic rainforest.
I don't know, I'm
actually.
from the
Country roads
snowy
is for the
tundra, so, like-
Appalachians.
Is it?
Yes.
All right, well, there you
Country
go.
roads take me home to the place where I belong.
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Okay, there you go, West Virginia.
Virginia.
I was gonna be like, where I belong. Like, you could belong anywhere.
Mountain Mama, like,
Mountain
come on.
Mama. There's only one mountain range in West Virginia. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know that's the far mystical east to me, is like that side of the country. Like, I don't know that place over there. It's weird and full of like people. I don't like people.
Hey,
Both of those
watch
things are
it.
true. Both true.
It's full of taxes.
Yeah, exactly. It's full of taxes and caves and not deers, and I don't like any of those things. Okay. This episode has definitely not been on the railroads the entire time, and I'm okay with that. So as you round the bend, and you get a better look down inside the encampment, lo and behold, what is there but your meatball in question? And again, it's kind of just doing the same thing. It's floating there, chewing its soul cud or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know.
Has a minute gone
Which-
past?
Yeah, from moving and everything. So
Where specifically is it?
he's like down in here. He's like kind of far in the back.
Can I pop some guidances on people before we go into combat?
Yeah.
I'll be like, touch the gun, here you go. Touch the bow, here you go.
So yeah, on your next,
Appreciate it, thank
so
you.
yeah, for Spoopy and Tori, on your next attacks, go ahead and add a +1. Touches the greatsword, reticle appears on the greatsword. Here you go.
Touch the great sword, ready.
Like at the
Target
very tip too, where
acquired.
you're just like,
Yeah. Oh, neat. So I have a bit of a plan and a strategy for this.
let's hear it. Those words have never preceded chaos.
I'm open.
Yeah. So, and then Ember is just going to turn, sprint, jump over the side of the enclosure, and try to land on the meatball.
Okay. One,
Literally, Hana's gonna go, no!
roll me athletics and acrobatics.
Athletics and acrobatics I can do.
Yes. Also, what is your movement speed?
My movement speed, I believe, is 30?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
if you
that's
jump from
the-
here,
Right here.
That's the athletics.
1,
Here's
2,
the
3,
acrobatics.
4.
Like right here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right here. So you just fucking, you're like, all right, so, and you just sprint. You hit that railing, you jump, and you make it a good like 20 feet. And you just drop like straight short on it, right in front of it, and it just kind of like stares at you after this big like badass display, and just kind of like hacks a hairball on you. So, if everyone would kindly roll initiative.
Damn it.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Ow!
So 5, 10,
Gross.
15, 20.
Oh,
So
Hey,
Ember.
me too.
I crit my athletics and then failed my initiative.
Yep. No, I crit
But you
failed
know what?
initiative
You
too.
didn't land flat-footed. You didn't land on your face. You landed like superhero pose, ready to go right in front of it. A little short, obviously.
I rolled the same initiative as Riley. Do we need to roll off?
No, just decide who you want to go for. Who you want to go first.
I fell on my face. You can go.
Okay. I operate from a distance, so I can at least get position.
I need to
Yeah.
check a couple things real quick.
Gorillas? You're making us like gorillas.
Gorilla.
Gorilla.
We're not getting copyright struck here.
Is this?
Okay, it is an actual large animal. So yeah. Meatball friend here spits up a crystal. Crystal explodes. There's a very unhappy monkey in front of you. Let's see. Add turn. Valindra, you got a 21. Raga. Add turn. You got a very fancy 24. Come on. Hana, what did you get?
Same as Ember, so that's why I was saying.
7.
It's a 7.
Fantastic. I would probably have Ember go first, just maybe. Add turn for our gorilla friend here. Oh, he's not as fast as I thought. Alright, so Rog is going to go first, then Valindra, then Big Monkey Punch, and then Amber and Hana. You two can decide who's going to go first. But while they decide, Raga, take your turn.
Something tells me this monkey doesn't fall into my protection requirements.
Nope, not this one in particular. I thought about making a Harambe joke, but I was like, you know what, it's too soon.
Oh my god, no.
So I stuck with the big monkey punch.
You didn't want to take your shot?
Nah. I've got plenty of shots I can take later on, and I'm sure most of you will hate me for it. So you're gonna hop the railing?
Yeah. What's
Oh.
the move or the distance I can throw a javelin?
So because of the trees, it'll be light cover. But you should be able to throw, I assume, 25 to 30 feet, which would be 10, 20. Yeah, so he's within throw distance. He does have light cover through the trees.
Right. But it'll take me 2 move actions to get to him, so I'm just gonna try throwing javelins.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. 20, 25, 30. He's just in range. Okay. Javelin 1.
Javelin 1.
And
I like how the damage is 0 on that. Like, I don't even have to say what happened. So yeah, Javelin 1. Little far. Whiffs to the side. Definitely, or thankfully not into Ember here, though.
Dang it.
And what's the penalty on a second attack?
-5, unless it is a precision weapon.
Gotcha. Mine is -4, I think, from my...
Or yeah, sorry, finesse. Finesse is the one that's -4 on your second attack and -8 on your third instead.
Alright, well, I'll try.
That one
Yeah.
definitely does not.
Yeah. They're new. I'm still getting the hang.
You're good. You're good. So both javelins fly wide. Thankfully, neither hit Ember. But your second one, you just kind of like the first one. You're like, you throw. You're like, all right, I think I can. Like, I got a better idea. Your second one, you just like for some reason sling that motherfucker way too far. And that one just overshoots by like a mile, figuratively, not literally. And so Valindra, my dear, that will be up to you.
Okay. So I'm going to use my first thing to cast gravity weapon.
Gravity weapon?
Yes.
I gotta see what the fuck this spell does, because that sounds legit. And
On my first weapon strike, you gain a status bonus to damage equal to twice the number of weapon damage dice.
oh, shit. All right.
No idea how any of it works, but it's something I have, so I'm going to...
Let me look it up. Is it a spell or a feat?
So it's a feat that is a spell at the same time.
It's a foot spell, yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, because there definitely is no spell, at least in this one, that is gravity. And you said gravity weapon?
Yeah, it says you gain the gravity weapon warden spell when I cast the gravity weapon feat.
Gravity weapon. Pathfinder 2e.
Don't ask me how I found this, because I don't remember.
Well, I'm assuming probably either through a book or...
Well, yeah.
I've got it. Throwing it in resources.
appreciates. Pull that up on my phone because my internet is being slow.
Basic gist is you build up gravitational force and funnel it into your blows, leading to more powerful attacks with blade and bow alike. On your first weapon strike each round, you gain a status bonus to damage equal to twice the number of your weapon damage dice.
Okay, so it just doubles your weapon damage roll if you hit. All right. And that'll be on the first attack each round until combat end or a certain 1 minute. So yeah, until combat end or 10 rounds pass.
Yep, sure. If you say.
Well, so each round, or like each turn, sorry, so 10 turns. Each turn is about 6 seconds. So if something lasts 1 minute, it means that by the time 10 turns go, that's 1 minute. So
Got it.
So go ahead and make your attack. If it strikes true, we double the damage, so on and so forth. Where you are shooting right now, it does have light cover. If you move up 2 squares, you will not get that light cover. And light cover
They
is
won't
just...
get the light cover.
They won't get the light cover. So like
Where
from...
am I? Do I just put it on like one of... Do I go towards my teammate?
Yeah, so if you want to hop the railing, you would need to make an acrobatics check.
The other way.
No, you're good. So if you wanted to move over here, you would have to hop the railing, and then you would be in the thicket, so you would be counted as rough terrain. But if you just go up here, you have a straight shot at the gorilla, because there's trees lining most of this enclosure.
Got it.
So instead of shooting through the trees, now you're shooting through like the observation area that goes down into this.
Now I gotta reload my sheet real quick. And we want a short bow.
24. All right. So yeah, you definitely hit. And so the damage will be doubled. So instead of 3 damage, you'll hit it for 6 damage. So your arrow, you line it up perfectly. It whizzes straight past Ember, straight into the gorilla. It's definitely feeling the pain. And that will actually end up being... Whoops, that's the wrong one. That'll end up being your third action. Which means... it is the Great Monkey's turn. So...
Dun.
Even though you had that awesome landing, Ember, the monkey is... the gorilla is definitely not, entertained It's gonna make 2 swipes at you. Second one does not hit. Third one does not hit. So, its first punch connects with you. And is able, or he just straight into you. You're able to kind of like, kind of like shield off the blow a little bit. So he hits you for 7 damage. And its next 2 strikes just completely whiff wide. Like you're ready for him, you're able to parry him and just get away from it. So,
Yeah.
Which means that Ember, it is now your turn to strike back.
I'm just gonna lay into it.
Okie dokies.
This is 14.
So with your guidance, that won't hit. So first attack misses, second attack is going to miss, and third attack is going to miss. What is with that 50 critical damage from that? Jesus Christ. 2d12.
Doesn't matter.
Why is your... Oh no, because 2d12 plus 4 modifier. Times 2 for the damage. Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous. Alright, holy fuck. So, unfortunately, you and the monkey, or you and the gorilla are kind of going back and forth, basically like Rocky style. You're taking swings at each other. It gets one in on you. You are able to dodge the next 2, but it just is able to like bob and weave for your swings. And Hana, that leaves you to end this round, my dear.
So I'm gonna use my first 2 actions to dash, because I'm encumbered right now. So I want to use that. Plus I get that plus 10 because it's the top of the battle.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then I'm going to shout earmuffs to Ember. And I want to throw a Thunderstone Bomb right about here.
All right.
Because that's the last time we saw the meatball.
Okay.
If it's not still there. Do I need to make like a strength check?
No, you need to make a dex check because it's a ranged attack. So make a ranged attack. So,
well, I'm just throwing the bomb. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, but you got to aim the bomb because you're also throwing through
Okay.
trees.
Dex check.
Could we help them set us up the bomb?
That's a 7.
So you're just like, all right, you're like earmuffs, and then you just like lob it, and it just hits one of the trees and kind of like rolls back towards you.
No, the second it hits the tree, it explodes.
Okay, so you just hit a tree.
The second it hits a hard surface or a creature explodes.
Yeah. So
anything within 10 feet needs to make a DC 17 or higher.
yeah, so you're like aiming through the trees, and you're like, all right, right about there, and you're like earmuffs, and you just hit the tree right in front of you. Go ahead and make your reflex roll or whatever it was.
10. It's within 10 feet of me.
Yeah, it's within 10 feet of you.
Okay, I beat it, thank God, because it's 18. You know, I'm deafened.
Okay. So,
But it's splash damage. So do I need to take damage from?
yes, you do need to take damage, so please roll.
Motherfucker!
Thankfully, Ember, you're outside of this 10-foot range, because it basically just hits a tree right here.
Took 3 splash sonic damage. Awesome.
Which means that Raga.
Wait! Can I use the hero point to reroll the deck roll?
Yes, you can use your hero point to reroll the dex roll.
Oh my god, can I do that real quick? Because
Yeah.
that could have been epic and that was shit.
This'll be your. I'm waiting for like a 1.
Oh no!
Is it a 1? It's a 1.
I mean, you can't crit fail more, but you definitely just like you reinforced your fuck up. So this one will deafen you. So you weren't able to react fast enough, unfortunately, and that that the thunderstone bomb exploding on the tree just catches you off guard. Ember, thankfully, you warned her, so she, covers her ears and isn't like deafened. You, on the other hand, yeah, you're gonna have deafened 1 status.
I made the save. So I'm not deaf.
No, but you somehow crit fail harder than you did before.
Well, no, even then, you have to make the literal bomb says you have to make it fortitude save of 17 to not be deafened.
All right. I'll allow that one. But you definitely do still
Still
take the
took
damage. You take the damage. You blow a nice hole in the tree. So if anything, now they don't have light cover.
Yeah.
You know.
Can we talk about what just happened? Because just through that, like, Ember, earmuffs, toss, boom, and blows eardrum out. And Ember is somehow the only one who's not, like, fucked up by that because of you.
Yep. No. 10 out of 10.
Maybe the next one will be easier now.
Raga, my dear, how could you possibly follow up that master strategist?
Hopefully without a crit fail.
3 nat ones.
Yeah.
Just gonna turn Ember into a porcupine. Here we go.
God, please do it.
Has the meatball disappeared?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
I'm gonna say this.
So you definitely don't see the meatball. At this point, you also don't really see the gorilla because you're just mesmerized by the whatever the fuck that was that went on. So you're just like, your focus is entirely on the
That
fuck
is
uppery
what
that happened across
happened.
the way from you. You're just like, you're so focused on like trying to figure out what the fuck just happened that you don't even like realize Ember got punched a couple seconds ago. You're just like, what?
You know, I'm not even close enough to heal, so. All right. I guess I'll pull my shield and one of my axes and just walk up to the gorilla.
Alrighty.
That's exactly 25, so that's as far as I can go.
Yep. Thankfully, you started in the heavy terrain, so you didn't have to go through it. All right, so you got two. So if you're raising your shield, that's going to be 1 action. Moving is 1 action, so you've got 1 action left. But you will have the bonus AC from your shield in case the gorilla swipes at you.
Good. I'll need it. That's a 12 to hit.
That does not connect. So you definitely
I
like
assumed that was going to be the case.
shield up and like swing at it, and it's just kind of like you connect, but it's not enough to actually like really cause any damage. But the gorilla is very aware that you are here.
This thing's 4 times my size, so I'm,
That's fair. That's fair. Valindra, it is your turn now.
Oakley dokley. Artichoke. I would like to make a perception check for the Cacodaemon.
Go for it. This will, of course, not count as one of your actions.
Oh, okay, well. Never
So, just like our friend Raga here, you were just stunned at the display of mastery in front of you, and you did not. You completely lost track of the Cacodaemon. You don't know where it is. You don't see it. You don't even realize that your compatriots are still fighting the gorilla at first.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot with my fancy double damage thing. And darn.
Yep, your first one does not hit.
And let's see if I've got 2 things left. And what the heck? We'll take a second. Where is it? This one.
That one, with your guidance, does actually hit.
Yay!
It's not going to be enough to crit, but it does hit, so you sink, your first shot a little bit wide, focus back up a little bit, second shot strikes true, definitely hit the gorilla, reacts in pain, so you know that you actually, there, it wasn't just kind of like and it's done. Are you gonna risk the -10?
Thinking about it.
Ooh. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, third one, you're just like,
We're doing great, guys.
little overconfident with the second one. You're like, all right, this third one's gonna be hit, and you just pull that back. You let it loose, just straight into Raga's shield. So Raga, your shield goes down. Thankfully, not into you, but you're just, your shield arm just gets hit. You're like, what the fuck?
Why is it all this rock?
Right? I was like, oh, that's great. I need another piercing.
So the gorilla, is flanked.
Christ.
So we're gonna do swing 1 hits, swing 2 does not hit, and then it's gonna go for a bite, and the bite does not hit. Wait, does it? No, bite does not. 8 doesn't break your AC. Never mind. So let's see. Well, that's the wrong dice. Don't want to roll that. That'll do a little bit too much damage. So, taking the opportunity of your shield being down, it's gonna swing a punch at you. You're able to kind of like react quick enough that you kind of tense up and bring your shield back up to take most of the blunt. So you only take 3 damage. As it goes to swing back at you, Ember, you're able to kind of prepare yourself, and you parry the first one, and its bite attack, you're able to like sidestep. So the 3 of you are definitely still locked into combat. First strike hits true on Raga, and then Ember, you're able to dodge the other 2, which actually brings us around to your turn. Also, Valindra, just to be careful, your guidance is used up on this next turn. You won't have it anymore.
Does a 27 hit?
27 definitely hits. In fact, that will crit. Holy fucking shit. So, being just incredibly just done with all of this is gone, you're just like, all right, this has to strike too. You kind of like, you parried the punch, step back from it, and you just straight down right on top of it, and just full anger cleave it to 2. As your sword hits the ground, the gorilla completely dissipates into mist, and with that, everybody add 45 experience.
Hey, there we go.
Can I make a perception check to see if the demon's still here?
Yes.
Jesus
I try to
Christ.
yank
10.
the arrow out of my shield.
Hopefully this works. Wait, does that really not work? Tori, do you remember what my shoutout command is? So yes, Ember.
Is it just exclamation SO?
Is it exclamation SO? Might help if I spell it correctly. Ah, there we go.
Hey.
So yeah.
Wait, and I rolled a 10.
So as the fighting calms down from both of your from where the 2 of you, Ember and Hana, are looking, you see neither hide nor hair of the Cacodaemon. You, however, Ember, kind of like something catches your eye moving towards the tundra exhibit, but like, that's up to your discretion, shall we say.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. And clambering up the side of the thing and headed with all possible haste in that exact direction.
All right.
And Ember is just going to say, "It's headed towards the tundra!"
And then that's where we're going.
Yep.
Home sweet home.
So as you round the bend here, so the trees are more heavily back towards this one. This area here is more just stone and plain going down. But as you two round the bend, you can definitely see that the Cacodaemon is, again, just kind of like chilling out here. Kind of just watching you all like round the bend. Its same just dumb expression of like chewing whatever Cacodaemon. It's chewing on the souls inside of its stomach, just like, you know, like a sassy basketball would. I don't know.
What is this?
Like a sexy basketball.
Y'all are literally chasing a meatball with teeth. Like, what do you want from me?
The strategy doesn't really seem to be working for us.
Oh, I need to get rid of this big chunky lad here. All right.
Okay. Where is he now?
So the Cacodaemon himself is sitting right here among the trees. So trees line this entire back corner here. Not as densely as the other environment. But it's definitely just like chilling back there staring at you four. Just kind of floating there.
Hana, how hurt are you?
I could use some healing.
Yeah.
Ember probably could too. She got punched pretty.
I'm fine.
I think some of you still have the healing balm left too, because like that didn't get taken away or
I
anything.
used mine up on other people. But...
And I know Ember ate some of hers.
Oh
like...
wait, no, I have it. Save your healing. I'm gonna apply myself.
Okay. Ember, how much healing do you need? Is it enough that a heal spell's worth it?
I am admittedly like. Wait, did I take points from the punch from the gorilla? You never told me, I think.
No. You got hit the first time for like. Yeah. Okay. The second time you were able to.
7.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm down 7 HP.
7 out of
19. Well, that doesn't make sense. I'm 9 out of. I'm at 10 out of 19 HP. Jesus Christ. I'm so...
Gotcha. So just about bloody.
Yeah.
Alright.
She's like a 5 out of 10 on the pain scale right now.
Sure.
Unfortunately, the gorilla did not appreciate your superhero landing.
I am Iron Man.
Big monkey
How
punch.
should I heal with that salve?
It should be 1d4.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, salve is 1d4, and then.
Oh,
I'll find it.
I might need still some healing. Eventually, not at the moment.
Alright, 1d8 hit points.
I like how I have the note for the healing salve thing. It's like IDK what this means, so it's a thing.
That is
damn it, Tor.
7 points back to you, Ember.
Hey, there we go.
And then I'll look at everybody again, and then I will give Valindra just like the look, and I'll go, guidance, guidance, guidance.
At least she didn't hit you this time. I mean, she did cause you to get punched this time, but you know.
I'll just hand the arrow back.
Thank you, thank you.
I love this. I love this for
Made
you,
it
Tori.
myself.
All right.
But before we get into combat, I'm just gonna like move forward like 2 steps, and I'm gonna try and throw my other bomb.
You try and throw your other bomb.
Yeah, there's no obstructions right now.
No, you do. You do have a straight shot. What's your throw range? Do you know?
I believe it's 20 for bombs in general, and then it has slash range of 10.
Okay, so you can throw it here without penalties, right? Which is going to be short. If you throw after that, you're going to suffer penalties for range. But you can actually you still can. He's still within range, but he's going to be within that range of where it's harder to actually get that far. So if you want to like hit in front of him, basically if you want to throw it, you're going and like actually hit him or get close enough to hit him, you're going to suffer penalties because you have to throw farther than you kind of can comfortably.
Okay.
So
We'll still do that, but... And I got that +1, right?
yes, you can use your guidance on the... so the reticle will just appear on the bomb.
Yeah, it shows up.
Yeah. We're gonna do that.
Alright.
So what penalty am I taking, like, what am I rolling?
So you'll be taking a -3 instead of a -4.
Okay.
And then, of course, add your dexterity modifier and all that good stuff.
Okay. That's 12?
12? And that's with the -4?
Yeah.
Yeah, -3, because it would be -4 + 1. Okay. So yeah, you don't quite get it where you want. In fact, let me double check just to make sure. Yeah, so you don't strike true. You do get near it though, enough that like the splash damage.
Is it in range to make like the DCs?
Yeah. So what is that dice check?
Fortitude DC 17.
Okay. So it is going to it'll take the splash damage, so go ahead and roll that splash damage, but it does not take the deafen.
Yeah, so beat that DC.
Yeah, it beat that DC.
Okay. Splash
Also,
damage
in
is
its
4.
defense, I don't think it has ears. Like.
Oh, well, 4.
Okay. Give me 1 second. So you throw the bomb. Everyone kind of watches it sail, kind of land like in front of it and explode. It pops. Cacodaemon is definitely not happy, and it responds by doing pretty much the same thing that you all have seen it. It just vomits something up on the ground. But this time you all are kind of far enough away that you just see like after it spits it up, it just immediately turns and flies away. So now in front of the 4 of you, are you all? Yes, you all are in clear sight of this. In our very nice and well described tundra environment, stands a very large bear that is very much not happy with any of you.
Quick
Did the
question.
Cacodaemon...
Oh, you go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if it disappeared when it summoned.
It didn't disappear, but it flew away. And now there is a very angry bear in front of all of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll initiative, get ready for this fight, and then all of us are going to take a quick break as we have reached that time limit, and I don't want anyone to get blood clots sitting down for this long. So, very quickly, what's up?
Okay, so, quick sort of like backtracking to the very start of today.
Yes.
What? The bear is inside the enclosure, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens if we just leave the bear in the enclosure and go somewhere else?
Well,
This was my question.
seeing as it is very angry at you all, it's probably going to try and get to you.
Okay.
Which means that while it might not immediately get to all of you, there will be a bear rapidly approaching. It might be 1 turn, it might be 3 turns. So that's up
So the
to
bear
you.
can escape the enclosure.
Yes.
Okay.
So, here's my suggestion: we leave Ember behind to deal with the bear, and the rest of us kill this demon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I
I mean,
was
I have range, so that was gonna be my plan anyway. To try and like shoot down.
Right, and
The demon as it flies away.
two with guidance so that they can actually, you know, hit the demon and not me.
Fantastic. Add turn. Add turn. Add turn and add turn. So go ahead and give me all of
Does
your...
guidance work on initiative?
No, guidance is on dice checks.
My initiative
Okay.
rolls are cracked today.
I got a
Seriously,
20.
Jesus Christ. Valindra got a 20. Raga got a 26. And Hana got a 20 as well. So, Ember and Raga decide which turn, or which of you two wants to go first, and then afterwards, Hana and Valindra, you two decide who wants to go first.
Considering Ember's the tank, I'll go ahead and let her go first.
All right, and then Hana and Valindra, which one of you two wants to go first?
I'm gonna go second.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep it in this order. So, we're going to take a quick break because we've been at this for a little while. So, let's take this opportunity to stand up, stretch, grab a snack, grab some hydration, all that good stuff. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah, so let me change to our BRB screen. Let me throw up some sweet jams, and then we will be back in uno momento.